In today's video, we'll be looking at money habits that will keep you poor. I had a negative decade after the 2008 financial crisis, and I suffered mentally. And a big reason for this was because of my poor money habits. Habits I collected up to the age of 35. But for the last 5 years, I've immersed myself in education to get better at money and investing. And a very important skill that I've learned is to manage my own personal finances. I've recognized my bad money habits and I've well and truly moved past them. I'm going to share with you today 6 of the most common money habits that hold people back and keep them poor, and tips on how you can break away from these poor habits. So here they are in no particular order. Poor habit number 1, living beyond your means. Spending more than you earn is a way you can stay poor. Let me give you an example of how I done it before I educated myself. I had a purple patch with work between 2012 and 2016. My income practically doubled overnight in 2012. Instead of saving money, building a cash buffer, and then buying assets, I saved some money, but basically I let lifestyle creep kick in, as my spending soon matched my income. Lifestyle creep is also known as lifestyle inflation. Basically, you get an increase in income and your spending goes up by the same amount. This was me. Even worse, I spent more than I earned in 2016 as my personal finances went from bad to worse. I got more stuff I didn't really need and went on more holidays, but the increase in spending didn't make me happy as my mental health really suffered due to worrying about money. To move away from this bad habit, create a budget. Go through your bank statements, get everything written down. Then spend some time each week checking your bank statements and your budget and keep track of your spending habits. 30 minutes per week is what works for me. Poor habit number 2 is neglecting savings. Failing to save money regularly can prevent you from building a financial safety net, or cash buffer as it's known. It's essential to prioritize saving for emergencies, future goals and retirement. Your cash buffer brings calmness. Most experts recommend 3 to 6 months of living expenses as your cash buffer. Not having any savings will bring negative emotions like stress and worry, and it will mean you won't have any money to invest. The sad reality is that this leads to working well into your 60s or even 70s. The way to combat this is by saving 10% of your income per month. Make this your new saving habit initially. As time goes on, you can increase it depending on your financial goals. Poor habit number 3 is ignoring debt. Accumulating high interest debt and neglecting to pay off can keep you trapped in a cycle of financial struggle. Making minimum payments and not addressing the underlying issue will keep you poor. If you do have credit cards, you want to avoid the minimum payment trap and get them cards paid off as soon as possible. Paying the minimum is a trap, as you're literally just paying the interest off and are no closer to paying off your debt. Many people fall into this trap and are left in bad debt for many years and sometimes even decades. There are various methods of paying off debt, like the Snowball method, which is basically paying off your smallest debt off as quickly as possible. When the debt is paid off, you put the money you were putting towards that payment and roll it onto the next smallest debt owed. Poor habit number 4 is impulsive spending. Giving in to impulsive purchases and unnecessary expenses can quickly eat away at your finances. It's important to differentiate between wants and needs and practice discipline. Disciplined spending habits. Wants come before needs if you're serious about becoming an investor. Let's go back to 2016 when I'd done a bit of impulsive spending. We paid £10,000 for a new front room with money we really didn't have. We paid $5,000 for a log burner that we've barely used. To avoid impulsive spending, try and focus on the big picture and getting your financial house in order. Remind yourself of your big financial goals daily, and this will help you to avoid this poor money habit of impulsive spending. Poor habit number 5 is neglecting financial literacy. Lack of knowledge about personal finance and investing can hinder your ability to make informed decisions and take advantage of opportunities to improve your financial situation. Educate yourself on basic financial concepts to make better money choices. Look, I get it. You can't be bothered reading the books and educating yourself. But what if financial education means becoming financially free at 55, 50 or even 40, as opposed to working until you're 68 or even 70? This was me in 2011, and I lost my life savings on gambling in the stock market. Since educating myself in 2019, my financial situation has improved dramatically. You want to invest in the stock market? Read a book and learn the basics. The more you learn, the more you earn, as they say. Poor habit number 6 is being averse to investing. Avoiding investing altogether can limit your potential for wealth accumulation. By only relying on traditional income sources such as your wages, you may miss out on opportunities for growth and financial independence. It's important to understand the basics of investing and consider options that are suitable for your risk tolerance and your financial goals. You want to live life on your own terms, and investing is a must. From my experience, too many people here in the UK focus on work and don't even consider investing. Once you start reading the books, you realise how important it is to invest. Personal finance first, cash buffer, financial education, then you can invest with skill. I've been investing for 20 years, and to be honest, I've had ups and downs. Ups and down relationship with money and investing. I've got experience of poor money habits, far too much experience, and this led to financial pain and misery. But I've immersed myself in education and have found a way to become a skilled investor. If you want to learn more, have a look in the description for my new investing course, Complete Investing for Beginners, a course that will really help you to move past poor money habits and teach you how to invest with skill.